Welcome to the Power of Love. Today I'll be sharing the story behind the project Power of Love. To fully understand the entire reason for the project, you first have to understand why the collection Forever in Our Hearts was created. This is a very hard and personal story to share, yet it reinforces the reason why we must never forget those that have perished. We have all lost parents and grandparents to death. But things change when you're a 13-year-old boy and your mother is murdered and thrown on the side of the road. The case goes unsolved and you get married, you have children and grandchildren who will never know your mother. This is the story of my dad and my family. I never got to meet my grandmother, and she never got to meet me or her future generations. Yet through this simple project, her name will never be forgotten. Her story will never be forgotten. And the hope is that others that are going through loss will know that their family and friends will never be forgotten as long as this project exists. But there's more to this story and the reason why I even started art abandonment. 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with a condition called gastroparesis. And like so many other people, I rushed home and Googled the condition. And what I discovered during that Google search was there's all kinds of treatments, but no real cures. I got really depressed, but there was one positive thing. I found a group called GPACT and started participating in their support groups. But like many other things that are positive, there are negatives involved. The inevitable began happening, and we started losing friends in the support group from the outcomes of gastroparesis. For example, malnourishment, sepsis, and organ failure. It really hit home in 2016 when I lost a very close friend connected with GPACT, and it was a very hard time. I went back to her Facebook page and started looking at things that had happened over those last few weeks. She was a wonderful artist, and just a week before she passed away, she had found a painted rock. And on her page, she had shared the rock and her dream of abandoning something herself. She never got the chance to do that, but she did share the name of the Facebook group, Art Abandonment, and I joined and thought, I'll make a couple of pieces and abandon those. And that started a new release in life and a purpose in life. And my world was changed. Gastroparesis was no longer the overwhelming thought in my head. I became quote unquote an artist and a YouTuber. And it all happened because of an illness and people dying from it. And so that started the Change the World project and a way to remember all my friends who passed away. Now that you know the history of the two other collections, you may assume that I started the project Power of Love almost immediately after I started doing art abandonment. But there was one more thing that happened on August 12, 2017 that created the Power of Love. Things actually started on August 11 with a protest rally against the removal of a statue at Charlottesville, Virginia. This same group of individuals planned a gun rally to be held on August 12th in downtown Charlottesville. At the same time of the gun rally, there was a counter-protest march. A young woman from Charlottesville joined the group and her name was Heather Heyer. Now, I don't know how many of you watch live streams, but ever since Standing Rock and not being able to participate in it the way I wanted, I have been watching live streams in support of different rallies and protests and things of that nature. In the process of watching everything that was happening in Standing Rock, I came to find several journalists who were doing live streams that were pretty fair and honest. And the particular night of August the 11th, I got a notification there was a live stream going by like 3 of them at the same time. So I go to the live streams and I start watching them, not knowing everything that was going on in Charlottesville and putting pieces together from news and stuff, trying to figure out exactly what was happening. If you ever watch a live stream of a protest or a march, you are drawn in. You feel like you're right there participating, and that emotional things get intense as you're watching. Now, I watched through the night on the 11th and finally got to rest and knew what was going to be happening on the 12th. So on August 12th, I started watching the rallies from both sides and the marches and everything that was happening, and trying to get a fair idea of how things were, and things look really rough. So as I'm watching this one live stream, I see this car start going through the crowd and hitting people that are marching in this counter protest against the other group. This particular live streamer was within a few feet of where Heather herself had been hit by the car, and he started filming more things, and people were chasing after the car, which is now going backwards in the crowd. And there I'm sitting there watching this going, oh my God, like I can't be there, I can't help. And it really does affect you in a lot of ways. The live streams continued for several days, and then the live stream happened at Heather's funeral. Her mother stood up and said, they tried to kill my child to shut her up. But guess what? You just magnified her. After she made that statement, she made a request, a plea, if you might, that other people might do something in the name of Heather to keep her memory alive. It was in that moment that the Power of Love Project was created. Heather, know that you'll never be forgotten, that you have done so much to change the world. And to Susan Bro, your mother, may she know that your life will never be forgotten, that in your death there are so many other people whose lives have been memorialized because of her desire to have you never be forgotten. May she know this, and know that the Power of Love is a project for anyone that has lost their life. May it be of natural causes, by individuals that have changed the world, whose very existence have made our lives different, and by people who died in tragic ways. May it be disease, or may it be by a gun, or may it be by someone driving a car through a crowd. Your life has led to this project, and in that, know you will never be forgotten. The following images are from the 75 plus series that have already been created for this project. We are currently working with a fellow creator on abandoning one of the past series, and we are also currently working on several new series that will be released over the next few weeks. We are always looking for individuals or fellow creators who would like to participate in the project. There are several different ways that you can participate, and if you're interested, you can send an email to the address in the About section. If you are someone who has found a piece of art in one of these past series or in one of the future series of the Project Power of Love, we would love to hear from you. You can send an email to the address in the About section. You can leave a comment down below in this video, or you can find the video that your series is from and leave a comment there. We are adding videos on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you haven't had your series added yet, know that we've been doing this since 2017, and we have 75 series currently finished and working on new series and videos all the time. And I will be creating a total separate area where the Power of Love stories will be shared. We would just like to say, if you'd like to help in any way with this project, please contact the email address on the About page or leave a comment down below in this particular video. If you like this project, push the like button, leave a comment, share with others, and subscribe. And remember, as we work together, they will never be forgotten.